There's so many stages of this.
Do.
The mystery of the dead demon.
Yeah,
killer demon,
this is
killer
the
demon.
part.
Why is only demon in yellow, like pink? Mon.
Is it the background? It's the background.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just really concentrated there.
No, but why is the green is it showing through?
No.
I don't fucking know. Maybe
demonic invasions occur most islands.
Keith, there's a weird space between the R and the Y in mystery. It's that word that you know that
Kerning.
I forgot. Kerning.
Yeah, the kerning is bad. The S is also, the space between the Y and the S is kind of big too. The Y isn't formatted very well. Demonic invasions occur most islands. It just feels like it's strangely phrased. And the marshals hunt the demons down. What the hell is one doing inside the council penthouse? I don't know. You'd never catch Shinji. Maybe they're not good at this. Lady Love dies. You have a case file about a killer demon inside the penthouse. The truths in play grow bizarre, like an old tree grows gnarled. A killer demon? What killer demon?
I found a dead killer demon inside the council penthouse. There aren't supposed to be any demons on the island, except there are a million.
A killer demon in the council penthouse? What was it doing there?
It has the blood of several council members on its claws. It was involved in the murder of the council. It appears that it burst out of a hidden security crate and attacked the council.
How did it die?
Montserrat shot it during the murder. There was a Fukada bullet that came from Montserrat's gun in the killer demon's head.
Fuka to me, no fuka to you.
Fuck
I just like the stupid bullet name.
you come up with this shit on the fly. I don't even know. You know that when I go places and I see stupid puns, I am always like, I should just tell Keith that. Like I saw cookies that were like, it was like outrageously good cookies because they're oatmeal cookies. And I'm like, I almost sent you a fucking picture.
They're never as good as ones I make.
Well, yours are like, I don't know how you do that. You should work on that. You know what, Keith? You're gonna quit YouTube. You're gonna work for some advertising company to come up with stupid puns to advertise.
I can make puns on YouTube. I do it already. I don't need to get them approved.
But Coca-Cola wants you for their advertising.
Uncensored.
Hair flip.
I'm so raw. The dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction. Whoa. That alliteration.
Destruction.
The dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction is for another case file. The truth about where it came from must be dredged from the swamp of mystery first. State your truth, Shinji. Shinji's still on the island, so maybe everyone sucks, dumb bastards.
We're not gonna pick that. I'm sad though that we can't just reference Shinji. Like, I would love if Shinji came up during this murder trial, but he's not going to. This is the part where we are. This is witness. This
wow,
part's
who
witness.
could it be? Lydia.
we get Lydia in trouble for this thing.
I do wonder what happens if you just accuse the complete wrong person.
They're just like, why am I here? And the judge is like, why are they here? And then you're just like, oh. Oops.
This one's open and shut, just like the demon coffin.
The righteous man transgressed. Witness is the origin of the killer demon.
Laughable. I'm a holy man, not a sinner.
I found the killer demon along with a demonic containment crate in the penthouse.
A demonic containment crate?
A monkey destruction switch.
Sorry. Sonic Adventure.
Oh my gosh.
This is burned into my brain.
A monkey destruction?
Demonic containment crate. Monkey destruction switch. Did you play Sonic Adventure?
I played Sonic Adventure Battle 2.
Oh. In Sonic Adventure 1, there's a stupid overworld that wastes your time, and then you have to try to solve it to get to each of the actual missions.
Oh.
And it just aimlessly sets you loose. And they're like, I don't know, like, find the Windstone or whatever. And you're like, I don't know where the Windstone is or where the actual next level is. What the fuck is going on? And so you run around like 4 different maps aimlessly until finally you're like, oh, weird. In front of the runway to Tails' like plane, there's just a weird green rock on a stand, like a trophy, and it's like, that's the Windstone. And now you gotta go find the stand somewhere that's shaped like the Windstone and put it there, and that's how you actually access the level. And like it takes like an hour to find each level, and each level is like 30 seconds long because it's a 3D Sonic game. So it's like a horrible, misbalanced campaign from that perspective. At one point, you need to find the monkey destruction switch. And then it's like there's a weird pit in a cave, and Knuckles digs into it and comes back out with like a flashing button. And you're like, how do I press this button? Where's this button? What the fuck is this? And then all the way on the other side of the map, there's a locked door, and over the locked door is like a bird cage, and inside the bird cage is like an Ape Escape style like monkey that's just sitting in there. And if you bring the button up to the monkey explodes, and the button is never seen again. This mechanic is never foreshadowed, and also I think never happens again. And that's just like that. Like there is no like Banjo-Kazooie like mechanical consistency of like oh you collect jiggies and they open doors.
I don't even know what to say.
It's like Sonic Adventure 1 is just a fever dream of completely random bullshit happening, and that's how you access each level, and it's just blatant padding to get in the way of the fact that if you play the levels back to back, the game's like a half an hour long.
Sonic's a fucking mess. I have felt this way forever, and it has only gotten worse.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure of it.
But I
saw him kiss that human girl. I can't go back.
Which one? No. I knew I already knew the game was a mess because I grew up with it, so I just remember countless hours of being lost in the overworld instead of playing real levels. Gave Shadow the Hedgehog guns, but remember when Sonic was a werewolf? I'm convinced that's one of the better games. Is Shadow the Hedgehog? It is. Because like people like have an inflated sense of the quality of all the other games, but no, it's Storm Dane Productions on YouTube is the one that coined the specific like monkey destruction switch, and I always fucking remember that because it was just like, yeah, it's what it is.
Why would you, like, if anything, like, you have a dead monkey now. Like, why did you do that?
Yeah, and he's the guy that, like, he breaks all the robots to save animals.
I know, what was...
Yeah. Right,
Give me the emerald or die. I don't love you.
I don't love you. All right.
It is some kind... Wait. Yes, it is some kind of incarceration device that imprisons a demon with holy restraints. There are bindings and manacles covered in holy wards. These restrained the killer demon and kept it contained.
Why?
It was likely placed there ahead of time as means to kill the council. There is a secret demonology lab hidden within the dead zone. The lock on it is coded to Witness's blood vial.
That is an old panic room. I never used it for demonology. Someone has planted that evidence.
That lab has the same crates as the one in the penthouse. During the extermination 10 years ago, Witness managed to capture a killer demon and contain it.
A heretical accusation. How could I have done that?
There is a tunnel running from Sam's bar to the dead zone. Witness has been seen using it to access the dead zone.
Keeps pointing back at Sam, oh no.
Seen by who? A sinner that would besmirch the name of a holy man.
Is that Sam?
When love dies,
he does work there.
all that remains are the facts.
Carmelina confessed to me that Witness maintained a secret demonology lab on the island in an abandoned bunker. That's repetitive. We already said this.
Lies, lies, lies! This is a persecution of the holy.
You're the one that stole god flesh. Last night at midnight, Witness made a phone call to an unknown number. That number matches the number on a receiver attached to the demonic containment crate inside the penthouse. Yeah, if I can refute that. Refute that,
yeah, but also
sir.
that didn't make any sense, right? An unknown number, which matches this number. How is it unknown and it matches?
Yeah, okay, that phrasing's bad. I'll agree with you on that one. A number that was later found out to be this person's number. A previously unknown number. The receiver was designed to open the crate when it received a call. This would let the killer demon out, presumably to attack the council.
What likely happened is that they have multiple nested like things that come out based on what evidence you found, and finding that he made a call is easy, and that's the first message that we read. But then finding out what the phone call actually did is stuff we had to do more work to get, and that's what causes her to say the next thing.
Oh yeah, no,
but that contradicts
I know.
the first one because they didn't rephrase it.
Well, that's like what I was saying, is they really didn't expect us to get all this evidence.
I think
it shows
they did,
in the
but
writing
They
a little
didn't
bit.
check every permutation to see if it was consistent.
Well, they wanted to be able to function without you getting all the pieces of evidence,
Yeah.
so they have to have it written in a way that makes sense.
A ridiculous accusation. Why would I want to release a killer demon? Demons are
The
abominations.
facts and the truth.
What if he takes off his helmet and he is a demon? That would be a great. Why not explain how the phone number you dialed matches the receiver?
I can't explain a lie fabricated by a sinner.
Can you prove this accusation?
I verified the data by using Witness's personal phone and a comms tower. He made the call and the receiver picked up, unlocking the demonic containment crate.
Lies.
I have nothing to present. Yeah, honestly, this is enough.
But how did the crate get into the penthouse?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
We'll come to that later. That's the part we don't want to talk about.
I'm gonna steep in your lack of jury.
Finds witness to the end. Guilty.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Witness
yeah,
to your
yeah.
own end.
I made that
Bitch.
joke already. You didn't appreciate it. I said we're gonna witness his end sitting in the execution chair.
Yeah.
But
But you have overseen so many wonderful islands. Why turn your back on us now?
Such is the burden of a martyr. You may think of me as a sinner, but I work for a holy purpose. You have all strayed from the path, and the gods weep.
When love dies.
I hope they weep for you as well.
The facts.
What was the play here?
The killer demon was placed in the penthouse as a remote weapon. The security crate was hidden in the room. When the killer demon was released, it attacked everyone in the room on sight.
That sounds risky.
I don't know if it was meant to kill all of the council. Just the presence of the killer demon would be enough to scare the council.
A dreadful truth.
Witnesses conspiracy.
New case file. There's evidence pointing to witness masterminding a conspiracy to kill the council.
We know that.
Yeah, what is this?
Like, how is this a new case file? This is like this is what we've been leading up to.
What's
this whole
that
time.
pop-up mean? I'm kind of confused. Hey, he's already convicted. We convicted him without... We haven't even convicted Carmelina, have we?
Wait,
We've built such a case against Carmelina, and then we're like, and convicted witness.
I think
Like, that's
no,
it.
No, I think Carmelina.
One conviction, and she's dead. Like, he's dead. Like, we already killed witness. It's over. Like, we don't need to convict him of anything else.
Did we? Didn't
We keep
convict?
convicting Yuri and Dainanagate. We haven't.
Yeah, but I
convicted
thought we convicted Carmelina
yet.
for something else.
I think we'll still have a chance to convict her or something, or the conspiracy. But I think we haven't actually convicted her yet.
In my brain,
Which is how
she's
you
just
kill
super
her.
guilty, so I
Yeah.
can't differentiate anymore.
It's really funny that we built such a case against Carmelina, then took a right turn and convicted witness in one stage without any build-up. It's because we're shielding Lydia and Sam.
We have priorities. And Crimson, who honestly really didn't do anything
Doesn't
else.
need
So
to be shielded. She's not a murderer.
she just
We could have falsely accused her of murder, I guess.
she's just a lady killer.
Or we could accuse, we could also just accuse what's-his-name for no reason. The doctor, Doom Jazz, who's done
No, but,
nothing
but
at all.
He's just helped us. He's helped
Yeah.
us in this whole. I don't really
No,
want
I
to
just
get
mean,
him in trouble.
like, that's up there with, like, accusing Crimson. Like, 'cause Crimson just didn't do anything.
You just mean the people on the highest
only
level of
reason-
innocence.
Yeah, the only reason you could accuse Crimson is if you were just wrong about what happened and didn't find Yuri's 75th crime. The crime to end all crime. Is this the last one? Maybe. It's framed like it. The crime to end all crimes. Last night the council were murdered as they birthed the new island through the meditation. Was it a power play or killing for kicks? Who did it and why? It was a power play. Well,
they had like special reasons.
the witness is vengeful for boring religious reasons, and Carmelita wants power.
Yeah.
The crime to end all crimes. The murder in the night. The paradise killer. Who killed the council? The truth has aged like a fine whiskey. How does the whiskey on this island taste?
Sam bursts up onto the stage. He's like, I could describe it. It has a smoky flavor. Like it goes good with this round ice cube.
Pour us a glass of truth so they may sip upon a vintage blend of justice.
Damn, that's a good one. I'm gonna name my whiskey Blend of Justice.
I want to know who held the knife. If a killer was set up by a mastermind, we will deal with that later. I want to know who gripped a knife of murder in their palm of guilt. Yuri has testified that Henry was set up as a scapegoat. Will this change your truth? Okay, so they specifically said if there's a mastermind, we'll deal with that later. They just want to know who had the knife. So it's just Dainonagate.
Yeah, I mean...
Igate? Dainon Igate?
Igate.
Igate.
Dainon
I
Igate.
immediately started forgetting how they pronounced it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they really
It
did.
sounds like a Marth taunt. all those things that all those lines he barks out when he's like flourishing his sword when you press the D-pad.
It does sound like that.
That was my main in melee all the time. Show us the ultimate truth. No one. They died of a heart attack. No. Jesus, no.
Yeah, everybody died of a heart attack like a minute before the demon was let out of the crate. And then Montserrat fell on the gun and made it shoot. He fell on it twice.
Dainonagate said he killed people, right?
Dude, I really he's holding a knife in his picture. That's the guy.
I think they both got kills.
Well, they did both get kills, but I don't know
That's
who to...
yeah. But accusing a killer demon is pointless because it's dead and not a character.
Well, I think this is more important
But
because it's
it's evidence as against
Carmelina.
Yeah, we've already convicted witness, so convicting the demon is pointless because it's not even useful evidence.
And it's also not sentient.
Yeah,
It's sentient, but
demons are sentient.
Well,
but
yeah, but
we don't care about them.
it's manipulated. Well, I guess this person was manipulated too. I don't know.
Yeah, but this builds the case against Carmelina more.
Dainonagate. He had agency. I think the impression a demon
killer. Wow, there it is. Roll credits.
Yeah. Dainonagate is the paradise killer.
Show me your truth.
Before he killed himself, Dainonagate told me he killed the council. It was gonna be fun.
This word's gonna be the new Nenorochito.
He was given this mission by his mother, Carmelina. She engineered a killer. His room was bare besides knife combat training equipment.
Jeez, your one life purpose.
These trials are over. This is a big lie. No, it isn't. Dainonagate confessed everything.
Show me your truth.
I found a knife covered in the council's blood in Dainonagate's corpse. I feel so bad for the audience. Dainonagate. Sorry, I feel so bad for everyone having to listen to me say this so much. The lacerations match his blade. All the wounds on the victims are clean.
Well, then they should have voice acted the game.
These victims were sliced apart with fatal wounds. Dainonagate moved quickly and cleanly. The penthouse is covered in blood. He hit major arteries, disemboweled victims, and carved his way through the room. The council were coming out of meditation. He struck them when they could barely fight back.
Show me your truth.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Dainonagate's blood is at the scene. He was shot by Montserrat and left blood splatter in the penthouse. This proves that he got through the seals.
Leader Montserrat shot him?
Presumably in self-defense. Dainonagate attacked the council's meditation. Attacked as the council's meditation finished. Montserrat was attacked, but as he fired his gun, wounding Dainonagate. I'm sorry, it's getting hard.
You literally say a different thing every time. Dainonagate.
Dainonagate. Okay. Meditate on that. Montserrat was growing paranoid. One of the manifestations of this seems to be carrying a weapon. I believe leader Montserrat was the most awake while the others were still coming round from their meditation. Dainonagate got to him, but as he attacked, Montserrat shot. Dainonagate fled after the bullet went through him.
I see right through you. There's a bullet hole.
Where did your blood go? Dainonagate fled bleeding. His blood is outside the penthouse. He created a trans-dimensional corridor and escaped back to his lair where I found him bleeding out.
He bled for a long time.
He had to have gone through the seals to get into the penthouse. Dainonigate inherited his mother's power to create corridors. He's sloppy, but he can do it. He stumbled out of the penthouse and created a corridor to escape with.
I don't think she even planned on that.
He was bleeding badly and his blood trailed his blood trailed his route home. His blood trailed his route home. I believe you need to know the start and end points of a corridor when you create one. Carmelina couldn't create a corridor to the penthouse because the interior of the council building is a closely guarded secret. I don't think Carmelina knew Dainonigate could create corridors. He was supposed to die in the locked room at the end of the island. Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Her plan was solid except for 2 wild cards. Dainonigate's ability and my return from exile.
Show me your truth.
Got it.
We know he breached the 4th Holy Seal. I'm fairly certain he didn't just turn around and go home after making it to the entrance of the
Show me
penthouse.
your truth.
I have nothing to present.
I have considered your truth. Ruminated on the There's so much redundant dialogue for her.
The court finds
Dainonigate.
Dainonigate.
Ba-boom! Now the conspiracy. Let's do it. The tendrils of conspiracy snake around us. Starlight has a case file that will help us chop back the tendrils and expose the truth hidden within. Review the evidence, investigator. Uncover your truth.
Whoa.
Wow. This is a lot.
Wait. Wait.
This is a new menu.
Yeah, how do they want us to do this?
We're just supposed to read it. We can just proceed at any point.
Oh, so we're just literally
Yeah,
reviewing
so Yuri
it.
admitted that to taking Dainonigate through the seals. Carmelina's alibi was designed to look watertight. She was with the witness the whole night. However, she knew witness stepped out to his balcony to take calls. When he did, she slipped out using a transdimensional corridor and delivered Dainonigate to the council building.
She's fast.
Dainonigate is Carmelina's son. He was found with a murder weapon covered in the blood of the victims. He had been hidden in transdimensional corridors which linked to the council building. Carmelina likely knew that Ais Kawami had fathered Henry as an illegitimate child. This gave Carmelina a way of having a son with council blood that should be kept secret. Yuri went through the second seal the night of the murder. Under Carmelina's orders, Yuri took the key to the second seal from KHX. Carmelina killed Grace Bloodlines to scapegoat Henry as a murderer. Yuri accessed the forbidden demonology grimoires and supplied them to Henry, leading him down the path to possession. Yuri admitted to being recruited by Carmelina. In return for his help, he would gain a council position and be allowed to retrieve the goddess Enchanted Blue from the real world. The official version of the events is a lie. Henry didn't escape by himself. Akiko faked Henry's escape. Akiko attempted to admitted to being recruited by Carmelina. In return for her help, Carmelina would induct the marshals into the syndicate and expand Akiko's power. The sigils found at the crime scene are likely fake. The demon inside Henry sears them to surfaces upon contact. Henry has no history of painting that.
That seems like the least of all this other evidence. That seems like the least important.
It's exonerating Henry.
Yeah, I mean, we could have a lot of this other stuff already does that.
It's another step of something that they had to do on this side of the conspiracy, because somebody did that. Somebody killed the fake marshals and painted the sigils.
I guess
more
so.
Conspiracy.
But
I'm trying to think of which one's the easy mode conspiracy and which one's the hard mode conspiracy. Because I feel like the idea might be that it's easier to uncover one of the conspiracies than the other one, but we got both of them.
I think
it's hard
that
to say.
I think that
I'm inclined to say that Carmelina is hard just because Dainonigate was such a late discovery for us.
but we might have just fucked
out
up.
of nowhere. Yeah.
Because where did we find him again?
We found the special gauntlets in the back of Sam's place and then punched through the floor.
Yeah, but those gauntlets we probably should have found earlier.
Yeah.
Because we found the place to punch through way earlier.
Yeah.
And we just didn't look behind Sam's shed correctly. We were there. We found the secret demon
and that blew
bunker.
everything the fuck open. That was a hell of a climax to the explorations.
No, I'm glad we found that
Jesus.
last, to be honest, because that threw us for a fucking loop. We would have gotten to, dude. Imagine getting to this part and not having that whole character.
Yeah, we didn't know who Dananagate was till very recently.
It would have been all on Witness. It would have we wouldn't have nearly as much to
that's
get
why
Carmelina in
that's why I'm
trouble.
inclined to think Carmelina is hard mode, because Witness is the demon that's obviously in the room, and you can easily just you can easily, and we did just assume that the demon killed everybody because there's a demon corpse in the room and everyone's all cut up.
Yeah, that is the more apparent, like,
there's no evidence
source of death.
of another character at all.
Yeah. Except for the 2 bullets.
In fact, we thought that, I think whenever we both found stuff about Carmelina and Witness, we thought they were working together.
Well, yeah, because honestly, up until her having a son who got shot as a result
Yeah.
of this fucking up, it seemed like they would have been. Because they're both in the
whole story breaks the
apartment.
moment you're like, wait, 2 different people attempted to murder the council at the same time? Wait, what?
Well, yeah, it's just because they fucked up each other's
Yeah.
plans that proves that they weren't.
Except
because
they didn't fuck up each other's plans. They like double succeeded. The only fuck up is that there's like twice as much evidence because there's 2 conspiracies.
And fucking the kid's dead. I mean, granted, he was going to be left to die anyway, so
Everyone's
I
guilty.
guess it's not really a loss.
Ooh. This is just what we do now. We just play investigation games forever. I have
mean,
like 6
I like
more on
them.
the list. I have so many more on the list. Oh my god. Can you explain this conspiracy? Can you refine a truth from the core of the ore of crime?
She's
crime ore.
using words that you know, geologist person.
Or else what?
No. I believe that Carmelina initiated a conspiracy to kill the council last night.
A, not the. It's like noteworthy to me. Like she's saying a conspiracy as opposed to the conspiracy.
Like the big dude. Well, because
there's more than one
honestly,
conspiracy.
hers goes back the furthest. Like I can't believe the amount of foresight you'd have to plan this. Like I'm actually having a whole kid 25 years ago and
It's a
raising a
long time.
25-year-old to the point of being able to murder a group of people.
Although Witness did also. Not as much, definitely not the full commitment, but like not as many years, and also didn't have to birth a murderer, but
You didn't have to really raise it. You just kind
But
of.
Witness did keep a demon for 10 years, which is also like this is a lot of
That might be
premeditation
easy.
and planning.
People do that for hundreds of years,
just
like in
stick 'em in a room.
anime and stuff. They just put them in like a tome and then they lock
in
them
a
in.
room.
Yeah. She created Perfect 25 and wanted to make sure it was hers. Carmelina is being punished for her father's crimes. The Silence family were barred from ever being on the council as part of his punishment. That's what it was. That's the thing.
They really needed to plan on a murder during a time when more people were around. There's so few people left.
Yeah,
There's
way
not
to
a lot
like.
of it makes it really easy to solve the mystery.
Yeah. Crimson told me that Carmelina has put in a number of motions to join the council that have all been denied. And that is fucked up to like hold them accountable for their parents' actions. She's a genius architect that has helped the Syndicate birth a potentially perfect island. Does she feel she deserves a seat on the council? She knows the 25th island will be perfect. Is she worried she won't get credit for it? Witness testified that he is worried that Carmelina has changed. Maybe she expects more reward for her craft. They all fucking had things to say about her. Carmelina had a secret child, Dainon Nigate. She kept him hidden in trans-dimensional corridors as she built with her skills as the architect.
I mean, even her own child turned her in.
I don't like this.
Dainon Nigate's father was Ai's Kiwami. The council blood from his father would allow Dainon Nigate to breach the bloodlock on the third holy seal. Carmelina presumably learned that Henry had been fathered illegitimately by Eyes and had been kept a secret. Wow, she had to figure that out too. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
That meant she could get a secret child as well. So she just knew like, oh, this guy's
a secret baby. I'll get another one.
this guy already has one, so another one won't make a difference. Like he won't notice another secret child. Gosh, Eyes Kiwami was just like fooling around. When I found Dainon Nigate, he told me his mission had been to kill the council. He had a knife slick with the blood of council members. He completed his mission. Dainon Nigate would birth a new syndicate, dying for Carmelina's sins. Carmelina took a lump of flesh from the god-crying grudge to get through the fourth seal. She fused this to Dainon Nigate's body.
Used? What does that mean?
Like Fullmetal Alchemist.
Ugh.
Yuri said she took Dainon Nigate through the seals.
Ed Wood.
Is this a fact
Carmelina.
or a truth?
Yuri confessed to being recruited by Carmelina.
It hurts.
It hurts. Please kill me.
And then he killed himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yuri is guilty of going through the second seal. I like that he held out for us to find him, though.
Yep.
He could have just killed himself like a while he's like waiting for our slow asses to find him.
I mean, he was bleeding. He could have just died while we were like being like, ooh, collectibles and fox demons with weird cube heads.
He was like, I have a feeling that someone's gonna burst in here at the last moment of their playthrough and find me, so I need to have something saved to tell them. Yuri got the key to the second seal from KHX, under orders from Carmelina. I believe Yuri helped Henry obtain forbidden books on demonology. If Henry became possessed by a demon, it would initiate the end of the island and allow Carmelina's plans to be put in play. Henry's possession called for an exorcism. Carmelina wanted Henry to kill Grace bloodlines to give him a prior history of murder. When he didn't step up, Carmelina intervened and killed Grace herself. Gosh, dang, Carmelina. A demonically possessed citizen would be the perfect tool. Carmelina recruited Akiko into her plan. Everyone, dude.
There's a lot going on.
Akiko aided her by purposefully leaving Henry alone with Grace. Akiko faked Henry's escape, putting a possible killer into play.
Paradise feels
Akiko
wrong.
knew the first sealed marshals would be killed and switched them to protect her beloved marshals.
So many pieces of evidence.
Carmelina's plan was achieved by using her trans-dimensional corridors.
Don't.
Her alibi looked perfect, but she knew Witness would leave the room when he got a call. She knew Akiko would call at the right time and use the opportunity to slip out of Witness's apartment, get Daina Nikite, and deliver her killer to the council building.
It was so planned that she even planned on having somebody call at the right moment to bring him out of the room. It was airtight except for me.
This is all very anime, like...
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's very like chessboard planning 75 moves ahead. Sherlock Holmes 2 Game of Shadows.
What you didn't predict is that I would predict you're putting down that trap card.
Pawn takes knight, whatever the fuck.
And I had a fucking... Like, what this little amiibo... I had amiibo and a time wizard, and I did all this stuff.
All according to Keikaku.
Kikaku?
Keikaku means plan.
Oh my god. Oh yes. Yes.
Stupid translator note.
I was like, who's Kikaku?
I've read one bad manga translation, which was actually Death Note, and one of the things that stood out to me is they couldn't agree on what the protagonist's name was. So like different people translated different chapters, and the main character's name kept changing.
What, Light Yagami?
Yeah.
Or because Kira, people like talk about because it's supposed to be killer.
Yeah, like it wasn't his
The moniker.
like it wasn't his global moniker. It's like people kept calling him different names because like from chapter to chapter, different people were translating it. And, like the font would change, and like all these stupid things were like all these inconsistencies in translation. And yeah, there'd be like really weird parts where they would. Sometimes people do just like leave translations where they keep the original Japanese in and then explain it separately. And like sometimes it's because they're carefully explaining like a thing that we don't really have context for, like a saying or some other shit like that, or idioms. But other times it's just because they're nerds. They're big weebs and they think the Japanese word sounds cool, so they don't want to take it out. So they're going to explain what it is afterwards, but they could have just actually translated it.
Well, the thing that's funny to me is like I'll see like there's a lot of scanlations I've seen where like they will purposely put like an asterisk and like they'll be like, okay, this word doesn't exist in English because it means this, this, and this, and I'm like, but as a person with English as their first language, I say there is a word for that. It's this word. It's just this person
they're not very
didn't know
good at
this
translating.
word. Yeah, we're like sometimes it's like I can't. Unfortunately,
they have a limited vocabulary.
I appreciate the effort, but I cannot read this because the kerning, as Keith taught me, was terrible. But then also like the translation is just so grammatically incorrect that I cannot get into it. I've seen some horrible ones, but it's so sweet that people try. But honestly, I think it might be like people in like 8th grade doing their own scanlations at home.
Yeah, there's also sometimes just people that do like a first pass. It's like they just do a first pass literal translation that doesn't turn into like grammatic sentences at all, and then they just move on with their lives. And I'm like, why didn't you rewrite it though? Like to make sense after the first pass.
Like I said, I was very, very pleased because that's where I found Poon Poon. And Oyasumi Poon Poon was translated almost to a T. Like, whoever did this, like, I wish I could just write them a letter and be like, dude, when that book was released in America, I read it. I'm like, oh man, I even compared it. I even went back and like looked at some pages. I'm like, wow, they got this almost exactly correct. Like, nothing is missed. Good job, whoever that person was. I'll find you one day.
Do you have anything to say, Architect?
You people would have nothing if it weren't for me. All these islands that you drifted along on, all your tragic little lives, all given to you by me. I facilitate the syndicate. I craft your homes. I've never been rewarded for my work, never been on the council, always living off to the side.
I mean, considering that most people get sacrificed, you're pretty rewarded.
Yeah, you're not
You're
dead.
running around in all gold, and you get to like do art for a living.
Yeah.
Like, is that never rewarded? Never? You're the only person I have to get past a guard to talk to.
Yeah, that is true. Not even Perfect 25 got me the recognition I deserve. I don't expect the world, just some kind of reward to show that what I did was worth it.
Well, it sounds like you're taking the world.
I want the world. I want the whole world. Was it worth it? Or the world? Should we? I want to wear berets in my hair, and I don't want to share them. Whatever. I like that. That part's my favorite, where she's like,
And I don't want to share.
"I don't want to share them." She like breaks character.
Yeah. She gets shouty.
Was this worth it?
After all.
It would have been. You shouldn't have been called down. I crafted a perfect lie.
Time is repulsive.
How did you know you'd be made leader during the crisis? He actually was.
So they weren't planning on us being called down, which might be why they had such a somewhat fucky plan where the evidence is all bad and iffy, and like it was kind of easy to get them, honestly. But they weren't planning on us at all. And if you think about it, like most of the people on the island are in on it. So who was going to ever find them out if most people on this island are in the conspiracy? So, like, she did have a good plan, except for the idea that we were suddenly brought in for the first time in, like, 1,000 years.
We have achieved perfection.
That makes us feel pretty cool, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the irony. I just didn't expect Incarnate to reverse the law and make me leader. So what was the play on the next island? When the chips are down, everyone in the syndicate is a coward and a sycophant. You'll want your little bits of power and for your little lives to carry on ticking by.
How dare you?
The next council would be scared. All seniority would be gone and I would be the one that had crafted Perfect 25. I would make sure I had the throne. My father was a victim but treated like a criminal. He was executed by a coward. You people never appreciate what others do for you. The Grand Marshal would give you a loyal army to make sure of it. The plan failed. The truth is known. You arrogantly believed everyone would believe Henry, a citizen, was capable of breaching the holy seals and murdering the council. Justice is immune to arrogance.
A hideous, heinous truth. A vile truth. Architect, you have been found guilty of conspiring to kill the council. Your punishment is death. Everybody's gonna die. Clap, clap,
Except for the people we like.
Clap, 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 clap. Everyone on the right is gonna die, and everyone on the left is gonna live. All 5 of them.
No political comment on that. That's accidental.
The Onyxian claws of conspiracy tear at the flesh of this island. I can feel a dreadful shadow of this conspiracy looming over us. Can you explain this conspiracy?
Explain it.
It's the other conspiracy. Time to find out whether or not we end up
Getting
taking Sam
Lydia.
down or not.
No.
Because I don't think there's choices in this. It's like the last one just went, right? With
Yes. Basically, we just
Let's
talked
see
about
what
everything
happens.
we knew.
There's a lot less this time.
The facts and the truth.
I believe that Witness initiated a conspiracy to kill the council last night. Witness has become a fanatic. He has radicalized himself as a devoted servant of the gods. But you know what though, is some of the stuff that
He's a naughty boy.
some of the stuff we learned that we just talked about, we learned from this trial.
Yeah.
And since we didn't pursue witnesses, like,
I mean, witnesses, because we went after Carmelina this whole time, we saw how long her list was and how short witnesses was.
because we gained so much from this whole thing by talking about her so much and things people admitted openly, we might not have anything to say about Lydia and Sam because we didn't talk about witness at all. So maybe we didn't learn enough to get them involved.
We'll see what happens.
Montserrat was devolving into paranoia and was becoming a dictator. Witness has repeatedly voiced his opposition to Montserrat's plans for the next island. Witness took matters into his own hands. Dude, Crimson Acid is coming in clutch. Carmelina told me about Witness becoming rebellious against Montserrat's plans. Witness openly rejected Montserrat's plans to wipe certain events from history and tighten his grip over syndicate members. Witness has become obsessed with the idea of a cleansing tide of demons. Like the ancient Great Flood, he wants the Syndicate to be forced to start again. The key to Witness's plan was planting a killer demon inside the council penthouse. The demon would kill the council and he'd get away with it. Witness made a call at midnight to a demonic containment crate that had been hidden in the penthouse, unlocking it remotely and allowing it to start its attack. Witness had been experimenting in demonology in a secret bunker within the Dead Zone. He imprisoned the killer demon and later weaponized it. Sam has a secret... Oh, no. Don't talk about Sam.
We already know about this tunnel.
Okay.
We talked about it last time.
Yeah, I know, but I just saw Sam's name come up and I got scared. Sam has a secret tunnel running from his bar to the Dead Zone. Witness used that to subvert the security on the Dead Zone and get in. I don't know how Witness got the crate into the penthouse. Ooh, we don't know.
We do know, though. We super know.
For the fourth seal, Witness took Godflesh from Crying Grudge to bypass the barrier. Sam has the Godflesh in his bar. He presumably used it to get through the fourth seal. The plan isn't foolproof. There were too many variables. Pinning your hopes on a wild killer demon and believing it wouldn't be traced back to you was foolish. It seems foolish. No doubt the intention was a scarce tactic more than anything else. Put the fear of the gods into the council and enact change.
And he covered his ass by sending the sonar thing after Henry.
You used a killer demon as the messenger of angry gods to reshape the syndicate. The plan didn't have to be perfect to get what you wanted. All you needed was a catalyst for change.
Weird. So I think we just don't get to submit any additional evidence during this phase.
I think we skipped Sam and Lydia.
Yeah. But it also has weird elements like how, which this whole trial we never mentioned, the part where there's a weird thing sent to activate Henry that we found. Because it's just like, we didn't accuse him enough times for it to come up.
Oh, yeah.
On a day of horrible truths, this is one of the worst. Why, Witness?
I am surrounded by sin and heresy. You are all focused on the islands and your own little ambitions. What about the gods? What about our holy mission? All but one of the pyramids sit empty, and we have existed for millennia. We are an embarrassment to the gods. The Syndicate needed a rebuilding.
He's not even
I
trying.
have a bad feeling about this.
Well, they already passed judgment, so it's like, what do you do at this point? I guess you might as well.
Yeah.
You get those people who are on death row with no hopes of ever getting out, with multiple death sentences, and they'll still say that they didn't do stuff. But honestly, it's at this point now where it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, granted,
some of them didn't do it.
honestly, I was gonna say
We keep
some of them
executing innocent
didn't
people.
do it. But
As per our previous conversation on this topic,
If
when we were
you're
climbing the
like,
pyramid, the
you know,
ziggurat.
yeah, I don't know. But if you're at the point where you're like John Wayne Gacy, and you had dead kids under your house. And a lot of evidence, you think at that point might just be like, yeah, I did it. Although to be honest, I don't know if he might have honestly been like, yeah, I did it, but I don't remember what John Wayne Gacy's thing on that was. Just some serial killers just honestly are just like, okay, yeah, I did all that stuff. Some of them are like, no,
it was
I didn't.
fun.
There's that one guy that was like, I used to put dead people into my pulled pork sandwiches.
Oh, God.
And nobody ever disproved it or proved it. And so he just says it. But the part of me is like, I hope he's just fucking around because he can. He's in jail. So it's like, he can just fucking around. But honestly, no one can really say because they actually are missing a few dead bodies and they never really, there's no way to prove it at this point. It was years ago. So he's like, next time you pull by a pulled pork sandwich shop, think of me. That was one of the things he said. But anyways. And you would be the one to do it.
It's time for justice, ska.
This is the song I want to get executed to, is this like groovy track.
And the who is irrelevant. More important is why and how. Re-establish the priority in our faith. Resume our holy mission. Bathe in the radiance of our gods. I must die a martyr. I really tried to do the work of our astral lords. I wasn't enough, though. The sin on this island was too great.
I hope heaven is everything you want it to be.
Witness to the end. You are found guilty of conspiring to kill the council. The punishment is death.
I mean, do you get to go to heaven still if you use demons to do the things that you feel like you need to do? Isn't that kind of... I don't know.
The parlor of justice has played host to the truths of the investigator. Were the truths as expected? Did esoteric knowledge reveal the truth, or did it remain hidden in mystery? The investigator will become executioner and will execute justice.
I think you should maybe just have another person
We're gonna shoot people?
to be the... Like, you're gonna make the...
With a gun.
the investigator become the, like... person,
It's
the
our
executioner
justice gun.
Too? What if we just really hated
We
somebody?
shoot heart bullets?
There's just like a huge conflict of interest with having the investigator be the executioner too.
Yeah. Well, let's do it.
I hope it is heart bullets. That'd be cool.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14. The verdict is... Whoop. I've got bad news.
Oh no! Oh no!
Executed. That's how it's done. Oh, heart bullets.
It was heart bullets.
Shot through the heart with another heart. You're dead now.
Turns out
That's the story.
the Achilles heel to all hearts is other hearts.
Love dies. Architect Carmelina. The verdict is... execute.
Like once again, that
Oh
dog.
yeah, we did get the murder of Grace Bloodline, so we did actually convict her earlier, and I forgot because that was yesterday.
So we're gonna kill her for that and not even get to kill her for the main thing.
Well, also the Carmelina conspiracy. They're both listed.
Okay, I guess so.
Yeah.
Just one of those seems like, I mean, not to say
That's gonna be a long list for you.
the
to read.
murder of Grace Bloodlines isn't like important, but one of those seems way more important than the other one.
My stupid hat.
What about the dog?
We didn't shoot a dog.
Well, I was
Calm
gonna say,
down.
but what happens to the dog?
I don't know. It's not.
I'm just worried
we'll
about
see,
it.
We'll see if they mention it. Crimson acid.
No.
The verdict is
Okay. Don't
no
scare
crimes. that was a little alarming. Dr. Doom Jazz. The verdict is
me. Release.
the accused Henry Division. The verdict is, I mean, oh yeah, because he didn't even kill her mom. He did technically summon demons.
Yeah, but like...
The fairy woman, Lydia Daybreak. Oh, boom. This is not justice.
Oh yeah.
Technically.
Hell yeah, LD. That's what she'd say.
Sam Daybreak.
Drinking
We've
blood
been
is not a
naughty.
crime.
Witness to the end. 3 crimes. Blap blap.
Like
He doesn't fall over. He just stays standing. What a martyr. Secretary Yuri Knight. The verdict is...
Whoa, look at all those.
So many crimes.
I'm happy to shoot this fucker.
Goodbye, Yuri
I wish
Knight.
his hat fell off.
What is this Michael Jackson pose?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
That's a confusing death pose. The unforgiving specter. One last kiss. What could we even do?
The verdict is dead already.
You're dead. Double dead. Blap. The killer, the hidden killer, Dainanagate. The verdict is...
But he's dead already.
Yeah, I don't know how... Are we gonna... It just moves,
Oh,
okay, it just
okay.
moves on. The bizarre killer demon. The verdict is... What? What?
Oh my god.
Wow, you get to go free, corpse.
So we were only allowed to pick one of those two.
This game's nonsense
For
sometimes,
the-
isn't it?
we were only allowed to pick one of those two for like who killed the council. But literally, they both tried. And kind of succeeded.
Well,
it was a joint effort.
It's just the fact that like no crimes. So it's just like we didn't include Sam and Lydia on purpose, so they're not insinuated in the witness conspiracy. But the witness conspiracy, the facts of that case are that dead killer killed the council. So like, what the fuck is this contradiction? Whatever.
So if he wasn't dead, would he just be like walking around like on Perfect 25? Like, he's gonna be like,
well, he's a demon. He's still not supposed to allow here.
But I mean,
that's the extra funny thing. Is his existence is a crime.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. You have proven that Henry had nothing to do with the crime to end all crimes. He was nothing more than a pawn in a dreadful game of murder and secrecy. You have earned the title of Grand Investigator.
Can we take his handcuffs off yet?
Your weapon is unlocked. Well, they'd have to draw him again, so no. On the next island, you will reform the Paradise Psycho unit. Island 24 is about to die. Island 25 waits for us. What kind of island will it be?
I forgot that the island's like falling apart right now, because it is.
Yeah, because Carmelina initiated it to put pressure on us.
It has not come up at all since.
Yeah.
It's just been chill.
Are you happy with your truths? Did you get the convictions you wanted?
Yes.
Exactly the ones I wanted, except for the confusing demon part, but okay.
I kind of am happy that he's like out.
It's really funny that he's innocent.
He's off the hook.
You entered into a battle with the facts and the truths and the suspects. Did you emerge victorious? It weirdly mirrors real life court cases where if you look at the verdicts, sometimes it just objectively makes no sense. Like they contradict, the verdicts for some things will just contradict each other within the same overall case, and you're like, wait, what? That's not okay. This system it more benefits bureaucracy and like procedure more so than having anything at the end that makes sense at the end. This courtroom could only allow so many truths to emerge from their hiding places. Are there more to hunt? If you believe that things are not as they seem, there is still a way to punish the guilty. Just fucking shoot them. Oh my god. Grand Investigator, Lady Lovedeyes, I will leave you to execute justice at your discretion. Punish those that you deem guilty. Execution or exile are viable punishments. You may also let them go free. We can exile Sam and Lydia. Which is what they want.
Well, but if we exile them, will they take that as punishment, or will they like act happy?
I don't know, but that's what they want. They don't want to be here.
But like, I'm wondering if they'll take it wrong.
Please work for the best interests of Perfect 25.
We have that pose now.
Gun.
Thank you, Judge. It'll be my honor to execute justice.
When you are ready to wave goodbye to Island 24, do so from the rear view mirror of Lydia's car. Which is awkward if we kill him or kill her.
We like actually wave in the window, like, or in the mirror,
yeah.
Or whatever. Like we like.
The car will take you through the Paradise Gates into Perfect 25. Use it at your discretion. Justice has been served.
It'd be cool if like actual court cases ended with that jaunty music and that little title
like
card.
Pineapple. Those of you which have not been found guilty of destroying Paradise may leave and wrap up your business before we move to Perfect 25. A marshal... They just blinked out of existence in the background. A marshal shall take Henry back to his cell. Marshals will clear away the executed. They will not be remembered. They will not be honored. Wow. Oh. The Way of Blood Bar. We're back.
She completed the job.
Was there more to do?
The investigator always trusted her heart. She would decide if Paradise had been saved.
We are on Perfect 25, so it must have been saved.
Saved isn't a binary state. Solving a crime doesn't mean the world is fixed.
That's scary.
Yes.
That's scary.
It is.
I hope she knew what she was doing.
I'm sure she did. This is Lady Lovedeyes we're talking about. Says Stephanie on her date on Perfect 25.
Lady Lovedeyes. My flashlight.
Everyone's gone.
Remember my flashlight? Yeah, she said they're gonna like.
Oh, look at the
scatter.
blood!
Oh my god.
Wow, that doesn't make a lot of sense as far as like how that would work.
Yeah, it's going in the opposite direction, basically.
So you have to like walk around to the back end of the thing to shoot them. We got really close to them.
It really is everyone on the right side.
Yeah.
The room is just like laid out in the order of how guilty people are. Because this was like... Wait. Where even was One Last Kiss? Because like, these are... Sam and Liddy was one of these. Then it was Doom Jazz, Crimson, and Henry. Mm-hmm. So that's all 4 of those. One Last Kiss was somewhere. She's a ghost!
Well, I mean, we didn't have a box for the demon either.
Yeah.
Or Dynagate.
Yeah, but the other 2 characters weren't here. What is it? One Last Kiss was talking during the trial. She was here.
That is...
So I'm like, where was she?
I mean, she's a fucking ghost,
She's
though.
just chilling over here.
She's up in the rafters. She's like the Phantom of the Opera.
Paradise is indebted to you. No matter what truth you made, you believed in paradise. I hope that we will never have to work together again. I hope that crime can be eradicated and paradise can be perfect.
This is an unrealistic dream. Crime infects every society. I'm a cynic.
You are right. The Syndicate's way of governing is flawed. It always will be. I look forward to working with you again. Truth will always need an investigator and a judge. When you have finished executing justice, please move to the next island. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, like how it was like, oh, I hope we never have to work together again, but it's also like, we will, because it's inevitable.
You're going
Crime always
to hell.
happens. Wonder if we'll ever see Shinji again.
Is that real?
What are you doing?
I think it's just a shine. There's a little glitter right there on the shoulder of the statue, or the head of it, or whatever it is. And I was like, is that a Shinji?
Oh my gosh.
Like, did I see a Shinji now at the end? I hope we see Shinji again. Maybe he'll be at Lydia's car.
He's like he's in the other seat.
The car explodes.
We never make it to Perfect 25.
No. Tsundere. Oh god. Like, we didn't catch me. The real killer.
Yeah, I was like, actually, I did the whole thing.
Let's see. Let's visit Doom Jazz. Let's dismiss the innocent people first. If that is what else works. Or just say goodbye to them. Because there's 5.
Oh, the boats capsize.
Oh.
Wait.
There he is.
Okay, I was gonna say, what the
I was like, what is going on?
Oh, nice
Is this
job.
Shinji,
Oh.
I don't love you.
No, you do. Don't lie.
I feel like I want. There we go. I want to save before I do anything else. Now that we're in the open world part again, look at that. Save.
Getting saved.
All the boats are just destroyed. I guess it's because the world's ending.
There's the jet
So
ski.
the tides are going crazy, and that's just their way of making it so you can't do any of these forms of movement again. Like, both of the boats are stranded. Did you try using this jet ski? Don't answer that. I really don't care. I managed to get to the top of the pyramid and back. Not sure I could do that again, though. Laters. Yeah, the jet ski at the top of the... Is this Jet Moto? I love Jet Moto. That game's absurd.
I still don't think that was our last interaction. That seemed too casual.
I don't know. That was a little bit of a weird conversation. Like, oh, well, these are aggressive waves.
The waves are
How
aggressive.
tall they are.
You sunk your boat.
Always do love dies. Send the old girl off at the end of an island. Time to move on. Fresh start. Embrace the future. Are you looking forward to the future, Love Dice?
I don't know. I feel the second one, but I feel like maybe I should lie and say the first one to be nice.
We got the bad people.
Yeah, I guess we could be hopeful.
Yeah.
The sun will come up on a new island.
The warm light dancing on the ocean. The start of something new. Come to play doctors and nurses one last time before the end of the island.
Execute!
Oh my god.
Or exile!
Headshot.
We can send him away.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to leave though. He's just like he's into this.
I know. Well, I know. I just think it's funny that you can like respond to that by like being like, I don't like that.
Kill.
You just came on to me, so I'm gonna send you away forever. I'll see you on the next island.
I'll have a new yacht that needs christening, love dice.
I'll keep that in mind.
We're gonna fuck on another yacht. I do wonder if there's gonna be a choice at the end of like whether we want to go to the next island or not.
I mean,
Look at these nonsense waves. Coming from nothing.
I mean, look at this nonsense island. Like, are you really surprised?
Who else? Crimson. Crimson's next. She's the other really innocent person. Before we get to the waterworks of exiling our friends, which they might or might not take the right way. I don't know.
I hope they do.
I like that it's built into this story, because they did say from the get-go, like, make your own facts and whatnot. Like, it's kind of built into the story that you might make your own truth out of this. And like, there's this whole exile option here at the end, based on the idea that we might have unfinished business that wasn't really told to us in advance. And like, we didn't really know this was going to happen. But it's like they're just acknowledging, like, haha, we know what you did. Did you let some people go? This is weird music.
Yeah, I think it's definitely just a warped track. A warped track that we heard earlier. See, I do...
It gives that feeling of like, oh, welcome to the part of Undertale where things start getting weird.
Well, I mean, this whole game was already like... I don't think there was a part where it got weird. But the thing is it was strange that the music did that, and now it's normal again. I wonder if they're just gonna do that.
Maybe I should explore that area more and see if there's a source.
Good work.
Ladies back in town. You got your gun back. Justice has been served, and the PPU will be reborn on Perfect 25. Pew pew. I've got a favor to ask. I'm not surprised. You need people for the Paradise Psycho unit, right? You want to be on the team? I'm the glamour of the battlefield, and I have good stock of secrets. Yes. You're hired. I want a corner office. Fine by me. Did you need something before the end of the island, boss? Oh, she calls me boss.
And kill.
Now. I'll see you on the next island, Crimson. Sure thing, lady. Yay! She calls us boss now. That's even cuter.
This is the nepotism ending. All the survivors are the people that are our friends and the people we slept with.
Yes.
I'm not sure if the weird audio is going to come back.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it definitely is. It is the track.
Getting saved.
I think it's just they're gonna intermittently fuck up the songs as like some weird ominous nonsense. But it makes me wonder if there is something valid to saying the whole like something is off line.
I don't know, but it's when it seems to be happening when I'm getting near here, which is Witness's apartment. Did the Executed have a theme? It's happening again.
Now it feels like they're just mixing tracks together.
Yeah, the crossfade's not great.
I mean, they're probably just fucking with it on purpose.
It might just be
Whoa.
something that happens when you're near these.
What is that?
Those are the corridors.
Oh, the evil ones. Okay.
The blood corridor. That was like a weird like final Shinji. If it was. Why did that one spawn then? We've definitely been there before.
Yeah.
So who's left? So dead, dead. Next island, alive, alive, dead, dead.
Next island.
So it's we can check it on Henry. And then it's Sam and Lydia. And we'll see how that concludes. Doing this stupid bridge for the last time.
The bridge that was super unnecessary because Henry wasn't even a bad guy.
Yeah, well he is possessed by a demon.
I guess.
That part is still
I wonder
true.
I wonder how he's like doing. I mean, that's not gonna go away.
Okay.
It's just saying like Starlight can't interact with things right now.
Yeah, I guess they're done getting new evidence. The no signs are everywhere, even on things we can definitely use, which is a little confusing. Good thing this didn't get swept away. So just gonna take him back to his cell. So like, are they just gonna it's like, congratulations, you saved Henry. Anyway, he's gonna die with the island.
I mean, uh-oh.
That's just the color this island has.
Oh.
It's always done this. Well, it's a little saturated right now.
Yeah.
It might be because of the end of the island. There was always an abrupt transition.
It's really red though, Keith. I don't
Yeah.
remember it being this red.
Oh my god. The island is ending. I feel like we still didn't save him. Like, they're not gonna let him go, are they?
Oh, there's a guard there now.
Didn't they say that the demon possession's permanent?
Yeah.
You want, freak.
By executing Akiko, you've destroyed any hope of Perfect 25. At least try to redeem yourself by executing the true murderer.
Refute. The true justice has already been served.
Justice? Akiko would only ever act to protect the council. I don't know how you tricked Judge, but you'll never trick me. Now execute Henry before this island shuts down. He doesn't deserve to see its magnificent end. Yes, like, I don't think I wonder what Henry wants. Like, doesn't say anything.
He might want to die, actually.
He might want to die.
I kind of want to
Isn't he
ask him.
tortured all the time?
Yeah.
Like, we can't even exile him because then the demon just takes over. And it won't even be him.
That was quite a fucking show.
At least he had fun. I'm amazed I'm still here.
You were scapegoated. I was just doing my job.
I appreciate it. That's the first time someone stood up for me. I spent my entire life adrift. The world happened around me. I moved between currents. Nothing I did was ever good enough. Nothing ever worked. No one wanted me. You believed in the truth. Thank you. You can't exile him.
You can't even exile him.
Yeah.
You can't leave this island.
I'm just a shit-munching citizen. There are a load more for you to abduct for the next island, right? I've got a demon in me. Can't have that on your precious new island, can you?
Goodbye, Henry.
What fucking ever. Yeah, there's no happy ending.
Can you kill him? No?
I believe I can kill him.
Should we just do it?
I mean, he didn't ask me to.
That's true.
That's my like standard.
You need
basically.
consent, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna shoot him. It's like maybe he wants to see the fireworks. And it's also like the guards don't want that to happen, so it's extra spiteful to let him live.
Oh,
for
that
a
is
while.
true, yeah.
And he gets to just like
Witness the end.
he did get to have
Be the true witness to the end.
because like he was fucked from the get go, but his one little glimmer of spiteful joy was getting to watch the entire conspiracy around him crumble and everyone get executed in front of him that did it. So at least he got to experience the stuff, I guess.
Well, now he can die happy, you know?
Yeah.
And also exonerated for, like, the things that weren't his fault.
While knowing the guards are mad that he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
The guards that also have to die with him, and he knows that too.
That is actually pretty cheeky.
Yeah, which both parts of that are really fucked up.
I mean, yeah, honestly,
It's
the
still
whole,
really
the whole
fucked up that the
situation
guards
is fucked
die.
up, but in this situation, it has a little bit of karmic retribution.
Like, the dark thing here is like Yuri was just unredeemable, but no, Akiko was pretty bad. I was thinking like Akiko is kind of sympathetic in certain ways, so you kind of feel bad because you see why she did what she did, but she did still like the stuff that she did to those citizens was really dark. So I was like, you know what? I don't really care. Die. But this is one of those This is one of those bittersweet, grim reality, gross situations where, like, yeah, but everything we do is like on the backs of this gross society. It's like, as long as we continue to live in this world, it'll still just be as bad as it was. We solved one injustice in a society built on it.
Getting saved.
Hooray, we did it. What big men we are. Was that a Shinji? The only... Nope. Where's my final conversation? We better have a goodbye. This is some bullshit.
No, that actually would be very,
Upsetting.
yeah, anticlimactic.
Crimson gets to stop being... Oh! Noah's regards. They're gonna be mad at me. They're all mad at me.
Do 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 do.
I did a distraction that they used up the last day of their lives.
You should just say goodbye to their loved ones. Well, I guess their loved ones are dead already, so...
No updated dialogue. So I saved already, because I'm worried about how this will play out. I guess I could have saved nearby.
Well, I think there's a save point right in front of
But
him.
I'm not like, yeah, I'll just save when I get there. That makes more sense. I'm not totally sure how the exile thing will go. I'm hoping they'll get it. Otherwise I'll feel bad.
Well, the only thing that makes me scared is that it does describe it as a punishment, but
Yeah,
obviously...
but it's a punishment that's it's a loophole to them getting what they wanted anyway. Because they wanted to leave. But we'll see how this goes. And then I'll save Scum it if I'm not happy. Because we need our ending.
Getting saved.
Our perfect 25 ending.
One last drink, LD, on the house. I've got a special one saved. Poison.
Yes, don't deny the last drink. What a shame that would be. Hit me. It's the end of paradise, after all.
You'll have it neat, won't you?
Oh man, what is this?
A special blend, isn't it? Don't ask. The recipe is secret.
I'm glad to
That
hear
hit the spot.
It's made of god flesh.
Oh gosh. I've been distilling. That's actually the real reason I had
It's
it.
made of Shinji.
You thought that I was doing sketchy stuff, but in reality, I was actually just using god flesh to make really good whiskey. I had nothing to do with the murder of the council at all. Surprise.
Can I help you with anything before the end, LD?
I'll send you to the idle land.
Oh.
It's the bad place.
It's the place we were at. I thought it was home.
No. Let's see what he's. Well, now he's
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, let's see what happens, I guess. Why?
Time cannot hide.
I know you were involved, but I couldn't prove it. We fucking could. Enjoy exile, Sammy.
You'll regret this, won't you?
Won't you?
Eternity in the Idle Lands.
Gosh, well, that is hell. Oh,
Oh my god.
Okay,
Undo.
we're gonna fix that.
It wasn't clear. It doesn't, you don't even get to talk about it. It just pops up. How do I quit? How do I play this game?
Uh-oh. Wait, go, where were you just then? Go back to where you were just at.
It's music.
Restart, clear, island, volume, is like restart?
No, it's just a playlist.
Oh, that's a play, fuck.
The music menu. There we go. Quit to menu. Happy ending now. I'm sad we couldn't give them a happier ending by exiling them to the real world, and then it's like, haha, wink. You're time to get your punishment, and then that picture
There's
happens.
the picture, yeah, of them in the real world.
Oh well, that was grim.
Fancy at the range.
Hit me. Smack.
I'll see you on the next island, Sammy.
Take care, LD.
I guess he kind of has to be, because that bar that we were all talking on in our weird whiskey visions, like, it's implied to perhaps be his bar.
I mean, it could be anyone's bar.
I mean, it's a fucking whiskey bar, though. And also, he's the
He
only
didn't
bar.
invent whiskey.
His job is like the bar owner person. You know, it's like, there's only one.
The implication is that this whole place was being not exiled. It was being evacuated. So there was more society like yesterday than there is today. It was potentially not so monumental, and there being like one of each thing. What's this guy here for?
If you want to live, stay back.
If you want to
Pink
live,
gate.
stay back.
He's not even close. He's like, he stands out. Like everyone else is in a ring around that spot. He's just over here.
I don't know what he's doing over there, but
Yeah.
maybe they just spread him out to be like
Whatever.
cool.
Enjoy death.
Yeah, I mean he's probably just salty. Because I mean, wouldn't you be?
Does this guy also say it? Yeah. What's their placement? He's like, stay away from my waifu.
Is I mean,
Yeah, I'm not putting them in purgatory.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that place that we came from is not ideal. LD's, if I remember her voice.
Yeah.
LD's back, ladies and
She
gentlemen.
didn't say a single thing in the entire trial.
We did that on purpose.
Yeah.
You ready to go? Hey, so then we can't leave. 'cause
And blab.
if we kill her, we can't leave.
Well, they said that we have to wait. We just get in the car, like it just does it or something.
But then everyone else, like what about like Sammy and the people still here that need the fairy woman to take them? Is she like
It's just It's just ambiguous or
Happens if she's
something.
dead.
The fairy just works or something.
Sam starts driving the car?
Because Judge just says to go, and obviously, if you play this game like it's paper, like the people. So something that comes to mind here is that we made a moral choice here that's separate from just doing the obvious victory condition, and what comes to mind is I got a backseat commenter, a backseat gaming comment recently on. You ever heard of This War of Mine? Mm-mm. It's like a 2D side-scrolling game where you and like a couple other survivors like are like hiding away in like a bombed out like building, like a house during a war, like a war-torn country. And so every day you stay in your house and you like craft and cook and take care of each other and whatnot. And every night one of your people goes out and you control them doing a scavenging mission. And there's like a moral thing here where like you can actually break into other people's places at night and kill them and take their stuff. Or you can like only go to like abandoned places, and like obviously the less risk there is, the less stuff you can potentially get. And like there's that whole risk reward there. But there's also this aspect of like, there's obviously like the moral aspect of like, do you want to make your character a killer? And like it actually takes a toll on their morale and so on if you do that. And like you probably heard of like Papers, Please.
Oh yeah. No, I've played that one.
Yeah, you're a border crossing agent and you're helping with all this paperwork. And like some people get so hyper fixated, they only think about min-maxing it. So they're just like, I'm just gonna do a very good job at this paper matching thing, and I'm never gonna make any like things where like I give myself a strike by like letting somebody through because it's gonna help the resistance, or like I just feed one member of my family every day and let the other ones die because it maximizes my resources to make sure I win the game, because you only lose if they all die and so on.
That's an interest. It's funny because I could never play that game and not. Like, I would never be able to do that.
But
like,
there's some people who only see it as mechanics.
It says I can't. That's funny that that's a possibility. That hadn't even occurred to me that somebody could
and
think
I played a game
of it that
called
way.
Frostpunk, where it's like it's a nuclear holocaust, like a nuclear winter, and all of the world's ending, and you're in this one crater with like very little heat sources remaining, and it might be the final chunks of all of humanity is just in this one crater, and you have to make a bunch of tough choices about like things that are more effective at keeping everyone alive but are more worrying, like making up a religion to keep everyone in line, executing people that are less useful, doing a fascism, and a bunch of other stuff, or like being like bleeding heart and all of that, but also like maybe constantly risking like being the person who makes more moral choices but might be more likely to fail as a result, because all of the worst choices make the game easier.
Yes.
And all of the good choices make the game harder. And some people will just be like, they won't even think about it. They don't even think about considering the game as anything beyond just a series of rules that you win. And like all three of those games qualify there. And this game's kind of like that, where I can imagine a lot of people just being only caring about the truth and not considering whether or not they would intentionally not convict people.
Well, like when it comes to obviously, you know, the justice system is, you need a verdict that is either one way or the other.
Yeah.
But in reality, most situations we face on a regular basis have so much gray to them that it's like, if you were a human being in this situation, hopefully you would be able to apply the gray
Yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate that that court puts you in a situation where you have to pick a black or white option because that's the only way it could possibly work. But in reality, there's factors to take into consideration, like how, like, even if Lydia and Sam did all this sketchy shit, their situation really sucks, and this island really sucks, and I don't blame them at all for like wanting to not be a part of it. The fact that we're even participating in this society is criminal.
Are you ready to ride off into the sunset?
Yes. Let's go to the next island. You sure you're ready to go? Time to get out of here. Hop in, LD. We let's hope Perfect 25 is better than this island.
Closing island sequence 24 applications. Ready for island sequence 25.
Let's go to the next island.
This game is over. 3-hour epilogue.
I'm looking forward to hanging out with you and Sam in the next island. We'll go and get a drink together. Oh, can't wait to see Perfect 25. You think the Syndicate will survive this? We'll rebuild because we're sticking with our optimistic attitude.
Give a fuck.
We'll rebuild. We always do. Hope you're right, LD. There's a power vacuum now. What if this happens again? It won't. The investigator has breathed life back into paradise.
The investigator is here.
Until I get assassinated. Because a lot of people probably hate me now.
Hey!
I'm gonna miss Love Dies. We could have had something special. Nothing brings people together like the impending obliteration of a pocket reality of a pocket of reality. Still, at least the case of the Paradise Killer got her out of exile. I wonder if her truths were right. I guess I'll never know.
We know what's up.
I hope Perfect 25 was worth it. Obviously, I hope they all die in a fire, but for their sakes, I hope they enjoy it. I've only known humans for a short amount of time, but they all seem to be idiots that only work for themselves. I'm sure they'll fuck it up nicely. Anyway, time to watch reality die.
Aw, Shinji dies.
No, he didn't explode though!
No. No, but reality exploded with him in it.
The last thing he had to say to us was about the jet ski.
That was a weird... I think we got like every interaction in the world, basically. I do almost wonder if there's a fuck it, go out with a Blaze of Glory with Shinji ending, if you like find where he's hidden or something.
That would be great to know.
He doesn't have like a given location.
It would be like...
I'm gonna Google like final Shinji encounter when those credits are over, just to see if there's something.
Barry Epic Topping. Barry Epoch Topping. Is his last name Topping?
I guess so. He did a lot of work on everything. Guy Woodward sounds like a porn name.
Dude, all these characters we played already sound like porn names.
But that's just a real person's name.
Perfect 25.
See, there's Barry Topping. Dude, Barry Topping's a porn name.
Yeah.
I wonder if Barry Topping's top.
This is an original song.
I know, I'm actually pretty like, it's pretty jammin'. For a second, I thought that that brand manager was supposed to be a name because I was reading it like left to right, like those were different
It gives
people.
off like Persona vibes. The song "When Love Dies."
20. Yeah, I heard 25. You'll stay forever.
I have gotten so many games from Evolve. They gave me a copy of Witcher 3 and Dying Light when I had like 1,000 subscribers.
That person's
tiny channel.
Oh, Bear Chan and Kayari Hamu
Bear
Hamu.
Chan.
Dude, I wonder if they were real pets.
Hamu Hamu. Yeah, that's what the credits are. Those are their real pets.
I hope that they're real.
They killed their pet in the game.
Well, maybe he died during production because hamsters only live like
Oh no.
hamsters don't live very long.
Yeah. Tim Richdale.
We
Hey.
got a nice picture. Shinji's in the
Many
middle.
of you are dead, and there's 2 of me, which is weird.
They just need a cemetery.
Also, the weird soda bot.
Thank you for playing.
That fucking Full House ass saxophone. Everywhere you look.
I don't think Crimson was on that title thingamajig.
So that's how it ended. A weird turn of events.
Strangest paradise yet.
Is this paradise safe?
Of course it isn't. This is the syndicate we're talking about.
We will need her again.
We always will. She's the only one that can save paradise. Everything's always fucked. Yay!
We did it. We beat Paradise Killer. That was fun. It was a good game.
It was fun.
Good palate cleanser from the last one.
Yes, yes,
Game that
yes.
must not be named, even though we mentioned it several times.
I mean, to be honest, I had fun playing that one too, just for the
For
absurdity.
different reasons, but
Yeah.
there's also like, oh god, it keeps going.
No, I thought this game was it was very delightful. I felt like it was
Yeah.
really unique stylistically, and even gameplay wise, I think it was pretty unique. I liked a lot about it. It was fun.
Yeah, there wasn't much mechanics to the actual
No.
the actual trial. It kind of just plays out. But there was a bunch of choices, though.
It was like
That's where you truly make the playthrough yours. Is when you choose not to execute the skeleton.
I wonder how many people just killed everybody.
Oh, probably a lot of people. Because they're bad people.
Well, yeah, you decide earlier on the whole island is immoral, and so you're just like everyone that's a part of it has to die.
See you guys next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Boy, this thing looks like it was important. Why is it sparking? It's an unsolvable mystery. Best not worry about it. Shinji, what did you do? I'm investigating, but Stephanie had to go, so it's just me. Okay, so this is just Shinji's legacy as he broke everything on the island. Hope you didn't want us. I want to use these valves. Someone broke them. Someone. Ah, you got me. The investigation freak strikes again. I'm just having some fun, you know? You've done your job. The island's ending, so why not break some stuff? Anyway, busy. How is it on fire? It's a valve. Did you break these controls? So what if I did? Who cares? You found your truth for all the good it did anyone. Cool your jets and relax. It's the end of the island. Embrace oblivion, baby! I'm sad he has to die. Oh, right. Are you happy with your truce? As happy as I can be. Hard to be happy in the shadow of crime. That's all anyone can ask, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed this investigation. My time on this island is at an end.
Enjoy Perfect Man Sank, investigator.
If you can. Whoa! And then we execute her. After she vanished already. I didn't consider you a suspect in the crime to end all crimes because I didn't think you had enough of a physical form to use a weapon, but you've broken these controls. Standard investigation practice, Love Dies. It's always the one you least suspect. Let me kick it to you straight. Did I make a mistake? Has this whole thing been a lie? Did you kill the council? Are you a moron? There's a huge difference between petty vandalism and mass murder. All I had to do here was maintain a physical for long enough to take a piss on some electrics. That's a bit different from breaching all the seals and taking a knife to all the council. Why does a demon that can barely maintain a physical form need to take a piss? Now you're asking the big questions. Finally doing some real investigating. I'm not telling. Shinji, you've misbehaved. You've already had treats. Who's gonna save Bear-chan? Woof.